Welcome to Talk to Me. Today we have a very special guest. Well, actually, we have two special guests. I want to introduce you to S'mores. This is my beautiful, handsome guinea pig, and I'm holding him in a thing because S'mores is not feeling his best today, which is why my guest today is very important to me. Say hello to everyone, S'mores. Yeah, come on, Alice. You can come get S'mores, then go back so he can rest. I know you don't want to be on camera. This is an unusual way to start, but I wanted to bring S'mores on because my guest today helps me make sure that little guy doesn't suffer. You see, Brad Malin is a multi-passionate entrepreneur of 25 years and the co-founder and CEO of CompanionCBD, the only veterinarian-owned CBD manufacturer and education company exclusively for pets. After 16 surgeries and having great results with CBD personally, Brad partnered with Dr. Josh Sosnow, a veterinarian of 20 years and CompanionCBD's chief medical officer and expert CBD educator. They bring high quality, evidence-based pet CBD products to this $5 billion market. I want y'all to think about that for a minute. Brad is leading CompanionCBD to many industry firsts, including operating the first nationally accredited continuing education program for veterinary medicine, offering complimentary veterinary consultations for those interested in learning how CBD can help manage their pet's condition, and the moving CompanionCBD product line into worldwide distribution. Brad speaks internationally on entrepreneurship and is one of the nation's leading voices about alternative, safe, quality pet therapy. Brad's insights have been featured on theLIST, ABC's iHeart Media, and more. There are so many things happening today in pet care, and oftentimes we don't even get the word that there are natural alternatives to how we can care for our pets. Now, for me personally, my guinea pigs are everything. At one time, I had 8. I'm down to 3 due to normal attrition. But the truth is, there was a time when I had a beautiful, beautiful guinea pig named Marble who was suffering, y'all. The doctors were giving him painkillers, and then they told me there was nothing else they can do. I would have to put Marble to sleep. Unfortunately, I was not emotionally or mentally prepared for that outcome, and I had to seek out other options just to make sure I didn't have to do that. Well, lo and behold, CBD was the answer. The first little drops behind his little ears, and all of a sudden, my lethargic, pain-filled guinea pig began to pop and be his old happy self again. I was fortunate to get another year before Marble passed peacefully in my arms. But if it had not been for CBD, Marble's life would have been cut short. So, Brad, I'm excited to have you to the show and to be able to tell people about how this can be something that can help their pets with arthritis, with anxiety, because just like people, y'all, pets can suffer from anxiety and depression when they're dealing with chronic pain. And Brad has the answer. Brad, welcome to the show.
Brenda, thanks for the introduction. Thanks so much for having me.
You know, I know a lot of people hear about CBD and all the things that are going on, but can you tell me what prompted you to want to do this for pets?
Absolutely. Great question. Well, unfortunately, I've suffered through, back in the day, I was an athlete, went through a lot of surgeries. I had actually 16 surgeries, 5 of them on my back, and I was kind of at my wit's end, and I was facing another surgery, which I knew would be extremely debilitating. I came across CBD kind of by accident, and I tried it personally, and it had such a profound impact on me. So I took it into on my own to do some due diligence and research it, and saw the potential with it. I conferred with a colleague of mine at the time, who's now my business partner, Dr. Josh Sosnow, who's a veterinarian of over 20 years. And I asked him, I said, well, what are your thoughts on CBD in pets? And, he did his research and said, pets' anatomies are similar to humans, so it's definitely would work. So we decided to create the company about 3 years ago, and we've been actively selling our products that we manufacture for the last 2.5 years.
Now, for pet owners that are hearing this for the first time, is this something that they have to go to a veterinarian to get, or is this something we can purchase over the counter?
Great question. So it is over the counter. You do not need a prescription. And the CBD industry as a whole is a wild, wild west. It's been that way since CBD has been kind of rediscovered 5 years ago. There's currently no regulatory measures or processes in place by the FDA. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people in the CBD space that are, as we like to call, side hustling it to they're middlemen, where people are buying a product, putting a label on it, and quite frankly, just in it for the money. As you mentioned in my introduction, we are actually the first and only veterinarian-owned manufacturer. We make the product, but first and foremost, we educate first. Again, due to all the misinformation out there, we took it upon ourselves to educate veterinarians first, which we have done on a global scale. Over 13,000 veterinarians have taken our continuing education courses that were designed by my partner, Dr. Josh Sosnow. So it's a big, important aspect of what we do. And now we're pivoting more toward the pet owners of the world and doing our best to educate them on the facts, on the evidence-based, real information on CBD.
Now, having Dr. Sosnow as part of your team gives you a different position in the market than a lot of people, because you're also providing that component of education from someone that's coming from a veterinary background. How have you seen that help you meet the needs of your customers?
That's a great question. And, when I first came across CBD and saw the impact it had on myself, I was like, I need to get this out to the masses. I'm obviously not a doctor, so I knew it made sense to bring in a physician that could essentially give more credibility to what we're doing and to the science based on the actual manufacturing. So that's when I brought in my business partner to do that. And it just makes sense, because what's happening today is there's many people are taking it into their own hands. They're diagnosing their own pet. They're actually giving medications to their own pet, and quite frankly, CBD being one of them. And that can be very, very dangerous. So I think we have done very well in the beginning stages of our company, because people can rely on us knowing that we are a veterinarian-owned company and formulated all of our products through our veterinary team as well.
So like for me, when I go and purchase your product online or in the stores, if I'm not quite sure about the dosage to give my pet, my guinea pig, a puppy dog or cat, whatever it is, are there opportunities for me to call or get online and chat with someone, or just to get information to make sure that I'm giving my pet only what they need?
Absolutely. We actually have a very unique feature on our website at CompanionCBD.com. It's called Ask a Vet, where you literally can click on the Ask a Vet button, fill out a question. You can set up a phone consultation or Skype or text or even email, and ask a question about how CBD potentially could help manage your pet's condition. So this has been very successful. We do it through other forms of social media, through Facebook as well, Instagram. So dosing is key. You hit the nail right on the head there, Brenda. CBD has been shown to be clinically effective in a lot of different conditions. The literature is there. The studies are starting to happen. But most importantly, if you don't dose correctly, it's not going to work. So we have been very successful with the dosing strategies that we provide to our pet owners, to their pets. And, we're very humbled to say we have thousands of pets on our product, and we have many, many 5-star reviews that are on our website to substantiate.
Brad, I know you already know that people are sometimes more attached to their pets than they are their children. And you can tell that by the testimonies on your website, because I did go through and read them as a pet owner that really pampers my guinea pigs. Yes, my guinea pigs get manicures, massage, lots of love, and playtime. And so if something was to happen to them, it's really heart-wrenching for me. So when I found your products and saw what they can do, I began to think, wow, have you considered doing any kind of classes for just pet owners in general, to educate us on when we should start using the CBD?
Yeah, that's a great question. And what we're trying to do on a larger scale is to better educate through the various forms of social media. And most recently, we created a Facebook group page that's called Pet CBD Education. And anybody can join this group. It's free. We like to consider it as a global pet community. We have people from all over the world that have joined. And Dr. Sosnow is obviously my co-founder and, of course, the chief medical officer. So a lot of the content comes from him. We have several other veterinarians on board and technicians. And we do talk about CBD, but we also discuss other general veterinary topics. And we want to do more of a participation-based type of forum, and as we grow it. And we'll offer a lot of very unique things such as freebies and offers and Facebook Live interviews. And again, really trying to engage the audience to see how we can better provide wellness for your pet in conjunction with CBD.
Now, my guinea pigs are considered an exotic pet. Is the CBD something that can be used for other exotic pets, or is it just for dogs, cats, and maybe guinea pigs, bunny rabbits, and the like?
Great question. Everything that we do with our company and CBD in general is based on the now. Evidence-based information on clinical studies that have been done. A lot of it's on the human medicine side of the equation. There are a handful of studies on dogs and cats, specifically in veterinary medicine. However, all mammals have what's called an endocannabinoid system. I like to kind of correlate it for like an electrical system in the human body. It helps create hemostasis or balance in the body that gives you the ability to speak, to chew food, to digest food, to read and write. So there's a lot of features in the body through this electrical system that all mammals have. So CBD can be effective in other animals like guinea pigs and exotics, horses as well. As the industry continues to grow at such a fast pace, we're seeing more applications come up pretty much on a weekly basis about how CBD can help manage other conditions and other animals as well. So we're kind of, we're still learning a lot to determine what other conditions and what other animals can benefit. But the future is really bright and promising based on the current literature.
When you started this process, Brad, did you ever imagine that you'd be helping pets all around the world? Was that your intention, or was that just something that happened as you grew to develop your product?
My mentality was, I don't know what's in this product that I took personally, but I was like, I need to get this out to the masses. So I definitely did have a vision to take it to a global scale. And we've been fortunate that we are doing business in other countries as well. So it's very exciting to see what's happening, and it's really just getting started. So the future looks really, really bright in cannabinoid medicine and especially for our company with other products that we'll have coming out in the near future as well.
Now on your site, I noticed all the different things that it said your product was, that it was a natural product. How do we ensure, or I guess the question is, if someone's saying, I'm not quite sure that this product is what it says it is, where do we go to get all the information so we can make informed decisions about your product?
Love it. You've definitely done your homework and your research. So again, this market is not currently regulated. So CBD is so vast and available online I see people on the side of the road even selling it. So to answer your question, what is vital for anyone that's looking to purchase CBD, not only for yourself, but for your pet, is you need to make sure you contact the company that offers a certificate of analysis. And basically what it is, it's a comprehensive independent laboratory document that shows that the CBD is free of any heavy metals, pesticides, and most importantly, THC. THC is the chemical compound in marijuana that actually gives you the euphoric or the high. And that can be very toxic to pets. So another quick tip I'll give is also make sure the product you're buying is from a company that manufactures the product, that has a physical address. You have to be very careful because, again, there's so many people in this space and online trying to hustle the product. In the meantime, you don't know what's in there. One other really, really important tip I would be the most important tip I could give you is, or give all pet owners everywhere, is do not give human CBD to your pet. And here's why. Human CBD, if you've never tried it, Brenda, it's not very palatable. It doesn't taste well. It tastes like a combination of dirt and grass. That being said, there are artificial sweeteners that are in human CBD products that are very common in most products. And some of these artificial sweeteners are one, which is a compound called xylitol. Xylitol, which is a very common sweetener in foods. Xylitol is very toxic to pets and it can be fatal. So again, please make sure that if you're reading on the label, if there's any type of an artificial sweetener, stay away from it. Do not give it to your pet.
Brad, for your products, how are you purchasing them? Are they just pens, bottles, pills? How do we get those?
Yes, so our product it's a very unique product. We use CBD isolate. Okay. So you hear CBD oil, you hear full spectrum oil, you hear broad spectrum oil. Those are different. We use isolate, which is the purest form of CBD and only CBD. The other forms that I mentioned have other terpenes and other compounds in them. And quite frankly, we have seen great success strictly with the isolated version of CBD. And you can purchase it on our website at CompanionCBD.com. We have participating veterinarians across the country as well that retail our products. So you can ask your vet if they have it. If not, you can always find us online. You can set up a phone consultation again to get proper dosing guidelines. And, we're all over social media, Instagram or companion.cbd. We have a Facebook page is CompanionCBD. And then again, we have our Facebook group education page, which is Pet CBD Education. So we're definitely out there in the whole social media world. And you can always send us an email or DM us on those various platforms or contact us direct at CompanionCBD.com.
In your dealings with this, since your company has started, do you have one favorite pet story of someone that wrote you about how their pet miraculously became more active since using your product?
Yes, and every day we get testimonials from patients all over the world, and that's what makes me wake up each day and love what I do. One in mind was kind of in the beginning stages. We used to go to vet conferences until COVID hit, and we would exhibit and educate strictly to veterinarians all over globally. We actually were in Italy 2 years ago this week, and we actually were contacted by a woman out of Ohio who said, my veterinarian, actually a veterinarian neurologist, which is a very specialized veterinarian, told her about our company because her pet had a very severe form of epilepsy. It would have having seizures on a daily basis. So long story short, her dog started taking our products, and within, I think it was less than 2 weeks, the seizure activity reduced significantly. And now that she's been taking the product now for almost 2 years, the dog has not had any seizures. So that's a very impactful story. From anxiety to separation anxiety and behavioral disorders to pain, joint mobility, noise phobias like fireworks from the 4th of July and even on New Year's Eve. CBD really can be clinically effective. It can help manage, again, your pet's condition, whatever it may be.
Brad, I'm so excited about your product and what you're going to be doing with it in the future. Could you tell me, how is what you're doing helping you live your best life now?
Well, again, it's all about knowing that we're making a difference every single day in pets' lives. Again, it's so gratifying. I'm so grateful that people are trusting us and believing in us with their family members. And, again, we're super excited for what the future holds as we have some new game-changing products coming to the market. We're going to be expanding in different marketplaces with other animals. And most importantly, continuing to educate not only veterinarians about the clinical applications of CBD in veterinary medicine, but also pet owners globally so they can get the real evidence-based information from a veterinary-owned and formulated and run company like us.
That is so awesome. Well, Brad, I'm so glad you bared with me through our technical difficulties today to have this show produced. And I want you to stand by while I take the time to thank a veteran. This is the point of the show where I invite you and your partner, Dr. Sosnow, and anyone listening to thank a veteran. Above my head, you'll see the website, www.nevcc.org/projects. What I'd like to ask you to do is go to that website and pick one of the prompts in one of the 12 months of the year. That will give you the opportunity to thank a veteran. There are 12 different prompts. You pick one you like or pick all 12 and take the time to leave a message that will be at the end of the year compiled into a book with illustrations. And on January 1st, 2022, some very lucky veterans will receive that book compilation of thank yous and gratitudes from all of you, along with a gift basket full of goodies. It's our way of telling a veteran thank you and letting them know that their service mattered. Additionally, for this episode, I'd like to remind veterans that if you have a service pet, your pet does not have to suffer. They do a lot to take care of you. If you have PTSD or have been diagnosed with PTSD like I have, you may have a service pet that helps your life become manageable. My guinea pigs are my service pets. I would do anything to help them be pain-free. And by using Brad's product, my guinea pigs can have long, healthy, pain-free lives and continue to do what I need for them to do while they enjoy their little lives as pampered piggies for a little while longer. So, Brad, I thank you for coming to talk to me today. Do you have any final thoughts for the audience? And don't forget, once again, please tell them how they can locate you, Dr. Sosnow, and your products.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I think one key tip is always definitely consult your veterinarian first. Anytime you're looking to give them any type of medication, supplementation, or even food, when in doubt, always confer with your veterinarian. You can always reach out to us if your vet isn't knowledgeable on CBD, which could be possible. Reach out to us, CompanionCBD.com. click on the Ask a Vet feature. That'll put you directly in contact with us. Follow us again on all of our social media handles that we have. And one more thing I want to give an offer to all of your viewers here, Brenda, is a 20% discount on your first order. And when you go to the website, CompanionCBD.com, just put into the shopping cart the Solutionist, all in caps, and you'll receive your 20% discount.
Look at that, y'all. I'm a discount. How do I love that? That is so awesome. Thank you for that generous offer. Brad, you just made my day totally. You guys don't forget, if your pet is in pain, has chronic pain, or suffer from any type of ailment that may need some type of relief and you have gotten approval from your veterinarian, please go online to Companion CBD, get your discount, use discount code The Solutionist. Look at that. I love that. Thank you again, Brad, for being on the show today. And as always, I'd like to remind everyone who's watching, the choices you make today will be the reality you live tomorrow. Choose wisely. And while you're thinking about it, choose Companion CBD. Be blessed, y'all. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, Brenda.